drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. Gostkowski set to kick off.
The Titans kicker Stephen Gostkowski ready to do the honors, and we are underway in Nashville. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform. Quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Detroit.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time at a QB. The man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
J-Ron Kearse in on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Jamie Collins makes the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 39-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On first down, it's Tannehill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Result of the play is
so after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down. And
from the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Titans.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And that is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And that might be Titan football. It is. The 30. The 20. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And that will make this a 16-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
To throw again. Stafford, another throw for Galladay. This one complete.
Stafford's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
a shotgun snap for Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And 10 yards to go.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Jack Fox now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Khalif Raymond now. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And his kick is good. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's Amendola now, jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Titan football. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking,
he's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 58 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at that.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Will Compton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them.
Touchdown, Titans! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll bang that one through. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
On the play. First down, Lions.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ryan ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the pressure gets to him and brings it down. Stafford is sacked.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made at the
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Henry. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Stafford on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
At their 49-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To the air again, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And now it's second down.
He was covered by Kevin Byers.
Throwing again. Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jack Crawford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. One last throw here for Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there...
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We'll stick on, spin, move, and zone, go. Sideline, touchdown.
never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave a